Hey Ryan, this is Mauricio from Maricoco. I've been mainly interfacing with you through Fiverr. Just want to say hi. And so I went ahead and showed the site to our team, and we just got to say this is absolutely phenomenal. This is a great job. We are truly impressed with the whole look and feel of it. It definitely, it blew our expectations, so absolutely great job on this. Um, that being said, just in general, it looks fantastic. We love the icons, the layout, the page itself, where everything's at. It feels very organic. It looks great. So there are a few things that the team wanted to relay in terms of minor little tweaks. But I think as a first stab at this, this is like almost near perfect. So that's fantastic. Great job. It really shows your talent, and we're definitely happy that we went with you for this. So let's see. Let me get my notes here. So I guess the first thing we can talk about is so the overall look itself is very good. It has like a vintage kind of twist to it, and that looks great. Um, However, it seems like we need to go in a little bit more of a more modern look. Like so, for example, if you look at the Facebook and the Twitter and the YouTube page, all this is empty right now, but eventually, it'll be filled with stuff. Um, for example, like the typeface is a little bit more bold, a little bit more modern, while this one has a more vintage look to it, which looks great if we were going for a vintage look. So perhaps we can kind of update some of these. All the other fonts are fantastic, they're fine, but maybe the header fonts can be something a little bit more bold, a little bit more modern. Um, and also as far as like the color scheme goes, if we look at the other pages, they seem to favor a little bit more heavily towards the blues and the teals and the greens and the a little bit of pinks. And on the site itself, it seems like we're leaning a little bit more heavily on oranges and yellows and darker, bolder primary colors. So maybe if we can try maybe shifting things a bit towards maybe like like a pastel color palette, maybe focus a little bit more on the blues and the teals and the pinks. If we look at the logo itself, the primary colors are the pinks and the aquas, a little bit of purple and a splash of gold. Um, so yeah, let's see how that would look like if maybe we can swap out some of these bigger orange, reddish, yellow colors for something a little bit softer. Um, Maybe we can play with the pinks and the teals and the aquas and kind of like how the main banner page on the social media pages are. It's a little bit more on the blues. Um, like if we show a blue, maybe not a deep blue. If we show a purple, maybe not so purple or what is this? Maybe magenta. I'm not really sure. But aesthetically, it does look great. But if we can shift the color palette a little bit, I think that'll align better with the overall brand colors. And so let's see. So at the bottom of the page where we have the social media links, I think the recording is cutting it off. But let me see if I can do. I'm not sure if it's recording it or not, but you know where it's at, where we have the Facebook, the Twitter, and the Instagram link. If we can also add one for the YouTube channel and perhaps one for the Amazon store. I know there's nothing in there yet, but eventually there will be stuff on both of those fronts. If we can add those icons and links down there, that would be fantastic. And let's see some general things on the reviews page. It looks like the S is going on to the next line. So we can correct that so it's all one line. And then the same in the finance page. We have the E that's also starting on the next line. So we just need those corrected. And I guess this leads me to the next thing, which is, so if you're here on the finance page, apparently or no, not the finance page. If you go on the travel page, all of a sudden you can't click on these other pages. You can go back to home and about us, but you can't go anywhere else. I think you can go to contact. But also when you're on the contact page, it's also the same issue. You can't navigate to all these other pages except travel and about us and home. But once you're on travel or contact, you can go to the other pages. I imagine it's a very simple little tweak. But let's see here. So another thing. So right here under what we do, this is fantastic. If you can add another little section like this right below inside look, and maybe you can title it family products, because we're also going to be selling a line of products for families like travel bags and organizers and things that would make a family's life easier. So I don't know if you want to name it like, I guess we can rename it later, but just another little section here that can kind of talk about how we sell things as well. And let's see. So I guess in general, if we pull up, this is actually great, by the way. I love the format here with each post gets its own little square. You got the drop shadow that looks clean with a picture for each one. That looks amazing. I guess the only thing that I would change is maybe not include the dates, just so that posts don't become dated. That might change in the future. That's one of those things we're kind of battling with, is like, do we really want to show the date and then, essentially date the post, making it seem irrelevant if it's older? I guess for now, if we can remove the date on the posts, that'd be great. And let's see. And we tested this, and obviously it doesn't work, so I'm guessing it's still not ready, or it's not connected to whatever it is that it needs. So I guess you'll be teaching us on how that works. This one does work though. If we enter our information here and submit it, it says it submits. So I'm kind of curious where that goes. But I guess I'm guessing you're gonna, teach us how all that stuff works. And let's see. Let me go through the rest of my stuff. And that's pretty much it. We actually even like the dummy pictures you posted. Obviously, we're going to be taking our own pictures and changing these along the way. But yeah, it's like even the fake pictures you put in there are pretty darn good. And thanks for throwing in some of ours. Those look really good. Obviously, just like as I mentioned, we're going to be putting in our own pictures eventually. And overall, again, kudos. This looks amazing. So really, really good job. I can't wait to figure out how to modify all this and start doing our own posts and adding pages. That's going to be great. I think we have a really, really great starting point here. So thanks again. I look forward to working with you on this and hopefully on other future projects. So thanks again.